And welcome back. I know it's been a whole 9.5 hours since my last broadcast. And about 12 hours from now, we'll be doing hockey too. Let's see. It's time for our Hunt Kick League. My Buffalo Bills moved to Toronto, Ontario, to become the Toronto Mounties. Still in the AFC East, of course. The AFC North, the Cleveland Browns lost another team. They went to San Diego, and Joe became the Aftershocks. AFC South, the Jaguars moved to London, England to become the Monarchs. Of course, I became Toronto Mounties. The Chiefs moved to Brooklyn, New York. So they got quite the commute to play their division. The Minnesota Vikings moved to Oklahoma City, became the Bisons. And that's it for people that moved. Panthers already beat the Titans. And, well, Joe really took it to the Bengals. Wow. He had a rough season last year, and he really took it to him. Good for him. I made down a player. What happened? Oh no, I know I did. I released someone and didn't need him. Or I put someone on my practice squad because I didn't need him. See if there's anyone I could snag real quick. I don't need another corner. Don't need another safety. Good on linebackers. Got my 3 defensive ends, my 3 defensive tackles, and my 3rd defensive end is probably better than my 3rd defensive tackle at defensive tackle. Is there an offensive lineman here? Cameron Tom was either on the practice squad or backup fullback for last year. I think I might have to go with Neil Tipton. I don't have many options. Offensive line. I don't necessarily need a tight end or wide receiver. I feel like I got sufficient players there. My Pro Bowl was selected to the Pro Bowl. I mean, my fullback was selected to the Pro Bowl. Halfback, I don't need. I don't need a halfback. And I'm good at quarterback. I'll show you how deep I am at halfback. I'm a little deep at quarterback too now. I got Breida starting. Henry as my power back. I moved the wide receiver Braxton Miller over to halfback because he had better running back characteristics for me. And he also has a decent throwing arm, so when I run the Wildcat, he can run it. Eckler I can move. He's that uh, second receiving back and third elusive back, I believe. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Henry do the elusive back, even though Eckler's 84 elusive back. Latavius Murray. He's good. 81 elusive back, 80 power back. It's hard to find a running back that good value for 80 at the power back rating. But I got guys that are doing better. But it's time to start off the season playing the Jets. You know how the Jets look this year. They still get Alex Smith at quarterback. Still Alex Collins at halfback. I don't expect the team to change that much. Pretty decent fullback. Tyler Lockett's really the only thing to worry about in the wide receiver core. Hooper's good, but I'm not gonna crap my pants over him. Their offensive line's a little bit better than mine, but I'm not worried about it because my offensive line's terrible. Melvin Ingram the third. All right, I'll watch out for him. And the Stompa, the Don Kong Su. He's good too, but I'm not worried about this defensive line. There's 2 wild cards on it, but not worried. Let's see, Reddick. What's that pass cover rating at? Okay. He moves quickly, but not great pass coverage. I know Kuechly's a great pass cover guy, and Preston Brown. The middle linebackers are pretty good at pass coverage. Their outside linebackers, not so much. If I could exploit the number 3, 4 corners, I'm gonna do all right. But their top 2 corners are nasty. We get a really good safety and an okay safety. And an okay kicker. Alright, here we go. Time to play the game. Oh yes, these are where uniforms look like. That's our away. That's our home. Probably see the away again, the home at some point. I'm doing all regular season and playoff games. Not doing preseason games for this league. Or any league. Ugh, excuse the yawn. Alright.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Toronto Mounties and the New York Jets. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Mounties and the New York Jets.
Alright, let's go.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, an early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams
Crossbar.
have a really good start to get things going.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
I think one of the things that attracted people to Alex Smith initially was his mobility, and that's never changed. That guy's a great athlete, but he's so sharp with the football, so accurate, and takes care of it so well. He rarely puts his team in bad situations.
Here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second
I dislike the Jets most days.
He's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads
just like the Steelers, but I respect the Steelers.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on third down, Smith finds his target, Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield, they're spotted at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Suck.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And an alley to run. And
he ran right in the corner.
47-yard line. Give him 3 on the
You
run there.
first
Now
down.
they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses.
All right, Jets, if you know what's good for you, punt it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's see. Miller got hurt last year, so I want to use him.
First down throw for Winston. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy
It's
of the
almost
20
like cheating
at the
having a
18.
wide receiver play
It's a gain
halfback.
of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a
We use a
turkey
lot
bowl
of
where you
running
have
backs
that
this year.
center-eligible stuff, and still a lot of guys to account for.
A gain of
All
4
right, there we
that
go.
time as the drive continues.
So many
You
teams
dig
want
it?
to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency
I want
breaker.
Breida in this type of situation.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And
There we go.
brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that one covered beautifully.
Tight
The
end doesn't.
defenders stayed home, and
His
they
medal
stopped
is
him behind the line.
All
It'll
right.
be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide
Right, he's
open,
fast.
complete. And they
And
get
quick.
him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be brought
They'll
down
weave it
at
in
the
there.
48-yard line.
Winston,
Give him
there you
9
go.
there on the 1st down completion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the
Stretch
defense
the
on
field
the heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Let me kill a
Yards on the
screen.
pick up there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Winston setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to get
I'll take
this
it. I'll
inside
take it.
the 30.
Yeah.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their
Braxton,
timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Get up there.
And it's caught.
There you go, Funches.
Devin Funches, 28 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
He's Henry Moore.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I gave up
New York set to take the field. They punted last time. They
middle
had it. What
linebacker
steps,
for him.
Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Middle linebacker,
Win first
yeah.
down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on
once
first
was
down
number
and make it a
3
2nd and 3,
defensive
2nd and
end.
manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks
what
because
else did I give
then
up?
the defense has the advantage.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down
corner,
a
or
little bit
give
after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now,
I forget.
2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Curse. And he'll get it out near the 40.
They still got my 3 beast corners, and then I got a couple good corners in free agency.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set line 80.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw is Smith, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Smith now to throw. And this one caught by Des Bryant. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I said line 80. I said.
Play action. It's Smith. Bryant with a catch right
Damn.
side. And they'll get
Smith's
this
just
down
marching
to
on
10.
him.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Line 80. I said. I said that.
47. Check. 47.
On first down, Smith. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time
over there
at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set line 80.
Again, Smith.
Oh, I missed.
Touchdown, Jets.
That damn slant route. I use it all the time, though.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and we are tied at 7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get the ball out of bounds a lot, and
the offense heading back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that
get another possession this half.
Plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get up to about the 28-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal,
take way out there in the formation.
Run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down,
I got lucky there.
Relax a little bit after he just gave up a score.
First catch of the new season for him, and he
Well, impressive catch, thankfully, and
one of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is
being able to see the
play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out. The backs.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Oh, thank you, Ragnow.
Yeah, baby.
That was huge.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking for
Yeah,
White
they're
on the
White.
deep ball.
Oh, man, that was close.
Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed.
Much rather the
all
incompletion
week in
than the
practice. Get
interception,
ready
though.
for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson.
Hurry up.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard
Oh,
line.
another possession of half.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down, Winston. And his
Wow,
throw's
Grant.
gonna be incomplete.
Stop running.
The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage.
Kuechly
Stride for
covering a guy
stride.
with 90-something
My
speed.
observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling
Upper
defensively.
90s speed.
You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse
Or
has been
mid
true in this
upper
game.
90s
I think
speed.
you're
That's-
right. They seem to have gone off
Damn.
tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A second down throw for Winston. Funches with a catch over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. From the red zone now, Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
What? Holding.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Oh, I got out of bounds and they got hit. All right. I'll take
We
it.
looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy
Automatic
the
first down.
conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again
White,
head down to visit with
Funches, maybe
Jonathan
Richardson.
Coachman in Orlando back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL
Ooh.
here on this opening weekend. But now a throw on
Took him a
first
little too
down
long to
there,
get
but
open.
it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold
Or
it.
too long to get it to him.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Damn.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if
Go
it's
with
a
the
good
Henry dive.
receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defense.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's why we got Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry taking it in. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
All right, quick stop, boys. Quick stop.
And New York set to take the field.
We want the ball
They had to wait a long
one more
to get the
time.
football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Smith on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job
That's
there of
clock,
keeping
not
the
first
toes
down.
inbounds.
Take it.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Pick it.
And that one got tipped.
Turn around and pick it. Damn.
Off. It brings up third.
And one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Smith. And it falls incomplete after
We'll give him a nice little hug.
Intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good
All
going
right,
there.
59 seconds, 3 timeouts.
Until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
That's plenty of time.
Finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw is Winston.
That's your job to block that guy, dude.
Yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Caught left side by Funchess. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go now.
Winston now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Let's just run 5 streaks down the field. See if something gets open.
From the gun, Winston.
Nope.
Dancing
No, there was.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get
It wasn't a comfortable throw.
This is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
See if I find Richardson, Miller, or Funchess open. Maybe even Brown.
Second down, Winston. Going for the deep
Get there.
ball.
Ah,
Funchess, but it's
shit.
intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And it pops
Really get the
free.
ball out of there.
Collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Wide
2nd and 10. Smith again. And that'll be incomplete with
Nice, he
11
dropped that too.
seconds remaining now. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So we reach halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know, we're not
Let's
play
talk
again,
about football 101
which I
here,
probably
because one
will.
of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on
Perkins.
first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Underneath for Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston.
Nope, I shouldn't have done it. Oh, wow. Wow, I got rocky there.
Brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore
Automatic first
how
down.
you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He couldn't quite
Nice
hold
play
it,
by that
got
guy.
hit. Ball pops out,
The
incomplete.
linebacker.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
There we go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to get
And
it
there
down
goes
to the
my
2-yard
best
line.
offensive lineman.
And just
You
in
gotta
general,
recover that
Charles,
fumble
on a
earlier.
play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage?
All
It's
right.
caught. Touchdown. Kevin White, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
First clear
And
touchdown
his
for him.
guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score
Lower
advantage.
back
It was
string.
actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Santos
Some of these
out
passes
now.
I'm
He'll
not
kick
going to
it
be able
away.
to get away with later in the season.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it.
Surprised I'm getting away with them now.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the
Be smarter.
24-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
There you go, Coleman.
Coverage, and it's intercepted.
Roby Coleman.
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston.
Holding offense. Damn.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right
One of
tackle.
them young
It's real
offensive
simple,
linemen I
Mark.
have on the
Keep your
team.
hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got White here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
See if I get my power back to the outside here.
Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. For a big guy, James sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's a lick there, huh? The beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people. That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath, sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Winston brought in over the middle.
There we go, found Grant.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So what do you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Sonic, ready.
This is Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, you take a power back with that. Sorry about that block.
On the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where
the first down line was.
This defense created their own line of scrimmage.
Feeling confident.
Every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more
there we go. That's a good reason to feel confident.
They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Trying to punch it in with Henry.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow.
Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this.
I'm not used to having a running back like that.
His guys are going to add on to their lead.
Wow.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
Great rivalry. Matt versus Real John.
Here comes
Probably gonna be
Montgomery
tonight.
now to return it.
He may
Pretty good
record that. He
return
may
here.
not.
He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Rivalry's been years in the making.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw on second down is Smith. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's taken down, but able to
Bryant not as good as he was last season, but still a threat.
On that one, and the Jets move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Smith. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nice catch, Howard.
Good
for Howard.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting
a
field
little
position
wildcat
for them
here.
as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller.
And I gotta throw the ball next time.
Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain.
In no man's land, what do I do?
4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with it. And look at this, it's a fake.
Oh, I couldn't get through there.
They stop him a few
Shooting around.
short of the line to gain. A little trickery.
Get cocky there.
Doesn't fool this defense. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Let's start running more, man.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Smith now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a
Almost
first
the
down
actual
throw.
zone
It's
crashing.
Smith.
Damn.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Smith, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
They run, it's likely a touchdown.
Trying to punch it in with Collins.
Never mind.
And he will push his
J.J.
way
Watt
forward down to
steps
about
up.
the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's
They run
3rd and
left
goal.
side. It's a touchdown.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt.
Kicks they're going to use, and in what sequence?
Covered up by the hands team. They knew
The toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that.
first down carry for Henry. Well, they showed a little athletic.
A broadcast gameplay. So let's just hurry this game up and
They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn
let the
one
game
there
end.
after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
we got hurt now. I didn't even notice that there was an injury on my team.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray.
Latavius Murray, the other power back.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Shoulder tear. What the hell? Oh, that's why I got Latavius Murray, because running backs get hurt like no one's
4
business.
times out of 6, not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Green, Triple C.
Taking some punches to other receivers in this
Jameis
play.
to throw it. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is
Review of the spot of the ball.
yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Sweet, there we go.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Ready, black, 22.
On first down, Murray. And an alley to run. He's to the 10.
And I was going to trade this guy.
For a touchdown. Latavius Murray, 22 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is.
Ah, couldn't have let me last one more
It's
second.
a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Just means I'm going to try to score one more time.
They're down big here late. I don't know.
If it was a user team, I wouldn't, because it's kind of a dick thing to do.
Like
but
to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1.
take it.
Oh, can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
I love Jadon Mickens.
Give him 11 yards that time.
So agile.
And possession will
So
switch
elusive.
hands, 1st and 10. The final score now coming from Nashville. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. Murray
And ball got stripped.
the football.
And the Jets recover.
So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Game over. And that'll do it. I'll talk to you guys later for Hockey Gods. Have a great day. Gotta go study. Gotta go eat. And, yeah. Some things I gotta take care of. Peace.